Green beef sounds disgusting, but I promise you, this is not. You know, sometimes people let me out of my habitat, and I'm always like, why did you do that? That was a horrible idea. Hi everybody, my name's Alexandra Napoli, and this is Health Coach TV, the show to watch if you want to learn to love yourself as you slide into your skinny jeans. Today, we're going to be cooking some dinner on the fly. Basically what I've done is grab a bunch of shit from my fridge, and I'm going to turn it into a meal. What I'm working with is celery, a green bell pepper, onion and garlic, always, basil, parsley, and maybe some thyme. It does smell quite nice. I've also got baby spinach, a half a can of tomatoes, and some ground beef. So naturally, I'm gonna be making like a green beef stir fry, making a green vegetable, green goddess beef stir fry. Grab something violent, cut up your onion. I'm gonna make this in my wok. Rules of woks. Cut everything first. Usually I keep my onions in the fridge, but this one's straight from the store and is very intense. Whoa! Oh my god. Stop. Okay, so tips. If you're cutting up onions and you feel like I do about cutting up onions, put them in the fridge for like half an hour before you want to cut them. I'm just making a pile of garbage. Like, what am I doing here? Usually I have a garbage bowl, but today I said, fuck it, I'm making a garbage pile. Oh, I'm just so angry at my eyeballs. Ooh. That's so much better, to be totally freaking honest. Okay, so I've got my onion cut up, and now I'm just gonna cut up my garlic. So that's 2 cloves of garlic. Now I got a bell pepper. I'm gonna give it a wash. Cut it in half. Rip out the insides. So, rip out the hearts of your peppers. Get out all the seeds. And then, you know, cut them up. Wash these. I win! So now I can get my wok nice and hot. What kind of oil do I want to use? It's liquefied, so my house is obviously hot right now. Coconut milk will go hard when it's cold and soft when it's hot. Anyways, so I'm gonna take a couple of, like 2 tablespoons of this. Okay, so what we're gonna do, once this gets hot, we're gonna go onion, we're gonna saute that, we're gonna throw in some garlic, we're gonna saute that, then we're gonna throw in the ground beef and we're gonna get that nice and cooked. Make that onions right now. Woo. So I turned the heat down to medium. Those already look pretty like translucent. I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Mix it up a little bit. I think the thing about a wok, don't quote me, I'm not a wok expert, but you want to keep stuff moving so that it doesn't get burnt. Alright, so up next we're going to be adding our ground beef. You should try to buy organic, local, grass-fed. This was free, so it's none of those things, but it was made in Pennsylvania. I guess lived. This beef was alive in Pennsylvania at one point, so that's kind of local for me. And thank you, Fresh Direct, for this free pound of ground beef. Sign up for their newsletters. You get fancy stuff like that once in a while. I'll post a link in the comments below where you can get $50 off of Fresh Direct. This video isn't sponsored by Fresh Direct. Ground beef into the mix. I'm gonna salt it. And I'm gonna pepper it. And then I'm gonna break it up and mix it with the onion. While the ground beef is cooking, I'm going to put together a little bit of a spicy sauce to spice it up because that's what spices do. That's like a teaspoon of tomato paste. I'm gonna use some Cristal hot sauce. This is from Louisiana. Picked it up on my most recent trip to New Orleans. That's like, it's got all the same ingredients as Tabasco, but to me it tastes way better. The first ingredient of Tabasco is vinegar. The first ingredient of this is aged red cayenne peppers. So tomato paste and hot sauce, because that's how you say hot sauce. You can't just say hot sauce. You say hot sauce. I'm gonna use red wine vinegar, just like that much. Yeah, just to break it up a little bit. Start opening up the flavors. I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin. Okay, I'm gonna mix this up a bit more. Really, I want to break up the meat so that it's like broken up. Okay, so this is like, it's like half cooked. It's like half pink, half brown. So I'm gonna add in my hot sauce. Well, that cooks until it's like all the way cooked. I'm gonna clean off my herbs. A great way to save fresh herbs is to treat them kind of like cut flowers. So I've got them in my cup here. I'm just gonna say thingamabob. Okay, so I'm gonna use my salad spinner a little bit creatively here, and because this is covered in sand. So the other thing that you could do if you don't have a salad spinner is just float all of this in your sink. Like, bring the water up really high and put all your herbs into it, and then just like rub them a bit, shake them off. So basil in here. I'm gonna add like a decent chunk of parsley. Then I'm gonna take the rest of my parsley and again put it in my flour cup. Now thyme doesn't really work like that. Thyme doesn't work like that at all. So I'm just gonna kind of strip the leaves. Strip them. Thyme is tricky. Thyme is tricky, gosh. It only goes forward, it never goes back. Why do I always make thyme jokes when I'm dealing with thyme? So original. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this off. Then I'm gonna spin it. Okay, so my original plan was to cook this beef down and then take out a bunch of the fat, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I am gonna take the beef out of here and put it into a separate dish. So there's all my ground beef. Yum, yum, yum. Hang out for a minute. I'm gonna add back another tablespoon of coconut oil. But I'm gonna leave all like the flavor in the pot so that everything else kind of gets infused with the beefiness. So I'm adding in my celery and my green pepper now. Just for the sake of not wasting anything, I'm gonna scrape out the rest of this hot sauce and put it into my vegetables. Give that a good mix through. So I'm calling this green goddess, obviously, because everything's green except for the beef. It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna add my tomatoes into the mix. These are home canned, but you could definitely use just a regular can of tomatoes. So that needs to get very hot. Maybe this isn't spicy, maybe I'll taste it and see how spicy it is. It's like flavorful. Ooh, there's the spice. I was gonna say it's not spicy, but like, gets you in the back of the throat. Let's make sure we get it in the front of the throat too. Crushed red pepper flakes. And because we added some tomatoes, I'm gonna add some salt. And a little bit of pepper for good measure. So, once that's a little bit more cooked, we're gonna be adding in all of our green stuff. So, I'm gonna basically, I think probably add that whole thing of spinach. I'm definitely gonna add all of these herbs. Okay, chop it up. Let's go spinach. This is pre-washed. That seems like a lot. So maybe like a half a container. So the spinach cooks down a lot. Most green things cook down to like at least half of their volume. So just remember that. Now I'm gonna add the rest of my herbs. And I'm also gonna add back in my ground beef. And then mix it all up. It looks like Christmas. Okay, kill the heat. You can eat this over rice or quinoa or pasta, rice pasta. So we have our Green Goddess beef stir fry. So many delicious vegetables and herbs. So much hot sauce. It's gonna be great. This is a really quick, easy dinner. If you need something to do with ground beef that's not typical ground beef, this would be a great recipe. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome, healthy, delicious videos. I'm gonna be making so much good food and you're not gonna wanna miss it, so make sure you subscribe. To find me off of Health Coach TV, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, not so much because I'm so bad at it, but I'm there, I am there, so find me. All the links are below. Thanks so much for watching today. As always, it's been a pleasure having you here, and I hope today's recipe has inspired you to get crazy in the kitchen. Damn, we did good. I'm just gonna eat this all. There's something like strangely addictive about it.